We're here in beautiful Deloraine, Tasmania with Arad from Iran and Brenda. But man, it's really nice to meet you. And so
وقت شما بخیر. آراد نیک هستم. خیلی خوشوقتم که شما را اینجا میبینم. امیدوارم آنچه را که میگم مورد لذت و مورد استفاده شما قرار بگیره. My name is Arad Nik. I was born in Iran in minority group. We call it Ahwazi, Persian, Arabic. We live in a small state. We call it Khuzestan. But I born in the small village on the name Debbiye, very close to Iran border between Iran and Iraq. And the war happened there. It's about 1979. We left that land. We went to Shiraz, Tehran. After a few years, we back exactly in the Ahvaz. And all my life was in Ahvaz.
what war was that? Was that the 6-Day War?
It's
Yom Kippur?
Yeah, it's 1979. The war between Iran and Iraq is happened there. Yeah, the war happened there. And what's happened when the war happened, I remember no idea, no public opinion didn't have idea about the war. I was kid. I was playing with my friends in the bush somewhere, and some bomb come and the explosion around us, and we say, "Oh, what's going on?" We escaped. We went to. I went to my dad's place, and he said, "Hey, we have to collect the stuff. We go because I think it's war happened here. We have to leave there." And we left the war. And is how we left there. Is take 1 week. We just walk all this boulder. We coming inside the city in Ahvaz. We walk that. It's about 1 week. It's very. I remember we was hungry. No water. Very difficult and tough time that time with a lot of children. Not just my minority, it's a lot of people, they come together. And stay there. And I went to Ahvaz. After that, we went to Shiraz. After that, we went to Tehran. And we did all that traveling about 3 years. After that, my grandfather decided we back to Iran. After war, when the war finished, it take 8 years, we tried to back in or land
To your homeland?
Yes, homeland, but the army and authority they took them and they did not take the land, and we start to fight for home.
Yes.
And but we didn't have power.
Yes.
Because they have a good excuse for that. They said, "Oh, it's full of mean. We can't make it. It's a farm. It's hard." But they is full of army, full of soldiers.
And they've got guns.
Yes, guns. Of course, we can't. And we try to get them. We try to we camped in the court. We had a lawyer, but it doesn't work. And they took the land. And from that I was kid. Remember when I was the university, and I heard about. And my dad talked about they never give us the land, and I started to talk about it, and it's my home. I like my home, give me my home back, and they didn't do that, and we still fight for it.
Your people, your family, and your ancestors had lived there. How long had they been there for? Back to the days of Persia?
What's your meaning?
The land where you were born.
Yes.
How long had that been in your family? All the way back,
it's
right?
Very. It's like years, and it's thousand years. We have this land. It's from generation to generation. We have this land.
Yes.
And it's a so good land, and for farm fantastic. And we have a lot of sheep. We have a lot of cows, and we grow a lot of wheat there. But the government took them, and
yes.
we didn't. And this is from my grandfather, the land, and he gave it to my dad. And after that, my grandfather died, he tried to get he tried to take it back, but they didn't give it to him. And my dad took with me. We have to fight for that, and we fought. But what's happened when we tried to bring the land back? They arrested my dad and they put him in jail. After that, I grew up and I follow my dad's idea, and they put me in jail about 5 years.
You were in there for 5 years.
5
Oh
years
my God!
Yes, is part of his situation is happening about his land. But I was working in the laboratory, and I was work with the system, Iranian system. Is about a drug system, because they any drug people, the government or police added them, they bring it in my laboratory, and we diagnose the drug or drug person, so and we report them to court.
You're a pharmacist.
Not pharmacist.
Biochemist.
Is like a chemist. Is not like chemist. Is a laboratory.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to tell you, part of my problem with this government, Iranian government, is about my minority, because we try to fight. My father, my grandfather fight to take the land, but they didn't
Succeed.
do it. And my generation, we try to, we go to the system, we have a power in system. After we fight about that, give me the land. My plan was like that. But what's happened when I start becoming in system, and I work with people with system about my skill, but they make another corruption for me, and they because when I was working laboratory, all a drug person, or they smuggle people about a drug, they bring them inside in Iran or in my state. The government, when they arrest those people and they bring it in my laboratory, I diagnose this and I send it back to court, and the court from my report charge the people.
Yeah.
And one time I remember is a woman, she came over to laboratory, my lab, and ask me, and I invited her in office, and I talked with her, and she said, you sent my son in jail from your report. And I said, what's happened? She said, you report to court, my son, he's a drug person, and the court from your report, they charge him and they put him in jail. And I said, it's wrong, because all the drugs that come here under control by me or with my boss, they said, no, I think they abuse you. And I start to find what's going on. And
so you were testing for any kind of drugs,
heroin,
you mean people would get arrested for drugs, and then you would determine what it was?
Yes.
You were working for
exactly.
as a forensic
microbiologist.
Forensic chemistry.
Yes.
I see.
Yes. Is there two type of arresting has happened, or using?
Yeah.
Some they use it, or they sample just sell it. We have both of them.
Yes.
Some of them, when they arrest them,
that's all right.
They arrest the guys, they bring them there, and when they arrest them and bring them for us, we take a drug test from them.
Yep.
Urine or blood,
yep. More
urine. And the police, your authority, or Sepah, S-E-P-A-H, is big army in Iran. They send the laboratory is a test with code and letter, no name, and with letter, and they send it to us, and I test it, it's positive or negative, and I send it to court. and I reported to them.
So they tell you what to look for.
Yes,
because I know that the way you do tests, you have to do specific tests according to what you're looking for.
Yes.
You can't just test and see what's in there.
No.
You've got to be looking for something. Right?
It's not. Look, the system like that.
Yeah.
I make it clear. The system arrests any person. For example, last night they arrested some people or before, and they wanted them. They use a drug. They drug a person or no.
Yeah.
They take urine or blood from them, and they bring it to the laboratory, and we test them is positive or negative.
Yeah.
Okay. When they're positive, we report the test. This test with this number, with this code, positive or negative. Or they have a drug. We said this code, a drug from this number is about 2 kilo, or that's stuff from this code about 2 kilo heroin or marijuana or another drug. And with this, they from my reporting, they take that and they go to court and they charge the person.
Yes. So your research determines the fate of a lot of people.
Exactly. And that's mother. She came to my office and they asked about me, and she said to me, I think they abuse you because my son, he is not a druggie, he's just poet, he advocates for minority in the community. And I said, okay, thank you for that, and I research about it.
Yeah, because I'm guessing that you didn't. All you knew is the information you gave them. You didn't know how they used that. You didn't know what they did.
What's happened? Because I trust my assistant,
as people
friend.
do.
I trust them because they bring the drug for me, and this code, I don't know this code from this person, or this person. I don't know that.
Yeah.
I just the code I report.
You're just doing your job.
But that's a corruption. It's a corruption. They said this code from this person, and this person is not a druggie.
They were switching it. Why?
They switch it. They make it a corruption.
But why?
I don't know, because they want because in my country, it's good to blame, it's good excuse. If you put someone, you charge someone, put it in jail, they said, look, he's a druggie.
And especially if they're from a group that they don't like.
Exactly. And people, they said, oh, he's a druggie, he's like that.
It could also be the same for a lot of Middle Eastern people have been typecast as terrorists by the Western media.
Exactly.
It's the same thing.
It's all about the corruption.
Absolutely.
Anybody can has opinion about a drug and said, oh, this guy may be good terrorist, maybe good. This one may affect my children.
Yeah.
It's about community and people.
Yeah.
When the government, they have a good excuse for that to arrest some nice people, poets, writers, advocates, activists, human rights, and they, with this reason, they arrest them and put them in the jail.
Yes.
It's easy to charge them with this.
So did you get involved in trying to expose that?
I tried.
They really didn't like that, did they? Did that have to do with your leaving Iran?
After that, I quit my job. I left it.
Well, because
because
you knew you were helping to get the wrong people in trouble.
Because I'm not that person. No. I grew in such a beautiful family, and I can't handle this corruption. And I talked with my friends. One of them, he is Dr. Shariati. He's still in the government. Yeah. And I talked with him and I said, look, I think it's a corruption. And he said, you have to follow the system. And I said, I can't do it. And I went to court and I talked with them. I said, I can't do this. They said, you have to do it again. You're part of the system. And I said, no, I can't do it. And I left it. And they start to bribe me. They thought.
Well, and just the fact that woman was able to find you, that was your first indicator that.
Yeah. The first time they came to when I all this problem started start to 2001 2002 start all this problem until 2009 when I fled my country. It is during this time they arrested me 4 times, First time I remember they came to a laboratory and they took me and they put me in torture room. It's about 3 days. Yes, 3 days I was there, and they talk with me, and they very kind, talk with me, very friendly. What's happening with you, Arad? We need you. Be part of the system. We need your experience. We need your work. You have to work with us, and I think better you go to, you have a break, go home, stay. Don't worry about that. Everything perfect for you. And
but that didn't work.
It doesn't work for me. And I said, look, Baba,
did they offer you? Did they raise the ante? Well, no, we're going to give you. How would you like 100,000 euros?
Exactly, and they salary they make.
So, but they value. They knew you were good.
Yeah, they know. They know I have a good experience. I'm good. I'm good character in community, and people respect me. They understand me. They know my family, and they easy to convey their
yes, like a public relations.
Exactly. It's easy for them. Said,
for the regime.
We have a such person, nice person, part of the system, part of the regime. We can any minority becoming that person.
Yes, and then we can make you the ambassador to somewhere.
And it's easy. They have a good they good idea.
This is why it works so well, because so many people don't have the backbone or the spine or the true dedication, and they would easily give in at some point because otherwise you might be risking your life.
Exactly, and they easy manipulate people by us. They put us like target purpose, but behind that they want to get their idea, and they control the people by us.
Well, may I just ask you? This regime of Iran, that did this to you, are they still the people in power now?
Yeah.
Well, and when did they come to power? And what is
look,
what are they called?
It's big history is about.
There was the
1970.
Khomeini. Yeah.
1970 is big history. It's big history. What's going? I just tell you something. 1979, when the Khomeini came to Iran and he changed the system, changed the government by Islamic system.
So is he he's not Iranian? I didn't know that.
I think his background from India.
Okay.
It's not Iranian.
So he was like a puppet that was installed.
He's good propaganda person with good business.
Yeah.
For me, like that, Khomeini good show himself, propaganda, European support him, BBC more all support
CIA.
him, and he, of course, it's serious,
exactly.
Of course, because they never support Shah, and they pushed the Shah to leave to Iran.
So the Shah was the traditional.
Traditional.
So what happened to him? Did he get killed?
He 1 year after that he died by cancer. Shah, and he's grave in Egypt at the moment because his wife is from there. And but when Khomeini got the regime, they put him away, and around him, the people around him as a grow, they make new army, the new system, new education,
nuclear weapons,
everything, and the power become in their hand. One of them, Sepah. Sepah is new army.
Is it military police?
Military police, and
like the Gestapo.
Military police, and also they have a very good reputation in the war between Iran and Iraq. They 8 years they fought. We have
like the Green Berets.
Exactly, and
guerrilla warfare.
And now they have the power. They control the people. They punish the people. They kick the people.
In Iran,
anybody has a protest in Iran. anybody has a protest in Iran, they kill him, kick him in the street.
Well, but so are there soldiers out with guns everywhere there now?
Exactly.
Really?
Exactly.
Everywhere.
Look, is 2009 we have a bigger protest after president election. We have one of them. One of them is about 4 years ago happened. One of them about 6 months ago is happened. Is we call it Aban.
Are they corrupt elections?
Big protest in Iran happened 6 months ago, and they killed 1,500
for real
people.
I don't think that got reported in the Western media at all. I never heard about it.
It's big, yeah. Just Google and you can see what's happened about Iranian protest.
May I share something with you? Do you know the name Pinochet?
I know him.
He was the dictator from Chile. Apparently, they got rid of him in 1996. But now, the same thing is happening in Chile again now.
Yeah.
It's apparently very, very dangerous. They're killing all the journalists similar. So it's like, where's all this stuff coming from in humanity? You know, where is it? It's a mystery, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So, but do you like Australia? Yes and no.
I like Australia is a fantastic place for me. I find my home here.
How did you decide to come to Australia?
I fled my country 2 times. First time when I fled my country, after 1 week I back because they arrested my dad again, and my brother called me and said, "Better come here and we make it clear with police." And I backed. And I took with them again, but they took my passport, they took my all my document, identity. After that, after 11 days, they released me from torture room. Because torture room, my brother helped me a lot, and I came out from torture room. After that, my family organized with smuggler people. And I wanted to go, I wanted to go to Europe, but the smuggle people sent me to Indonesia.
Because Germany accepts a lot of refugees.
Is German, Europe, is any country, I don't know. I wanted to leave that country.
Yes.
Because authority, they asked me, in torture room, what you need here? Go. They said to me, but how they let me, get out from my country, they charged me with 4 property like bail, and I put a guarantee for property to guarantee I zip my lips, don't talk about everything if you go over somewhere. And
if you violate that, then they get to keep the land,
exactly,
right? But they have it now, don't they? Well, but bless their hearts.
Yeah,
they'll get what's coming.
They have them, and they took them. And I lost them. We try to take them back, but they have them.
But you have a son who's there.
Yes, I don't like to talk about that. Is very. I don't like to affect, but yes, my son there. My ex-wife there.
Are they safe?
They safe. They okay, but we talk together. But it's not about politics. It's not about about system. We just like normal person.
Yes.
Talking about subject, about family. And I fled my country. Second time when I back after 3 months when I back to my country. After 3 months after that, I fled my country, and smuggle people, they sent me to Indonesia, and I stay in Indonesia is about 1 week. After that, I came to Australia by boat, and I am a boat person. And
what year was that when you got to Australia? Well, I mean, but a few years ago, right?
It is 19 August 2012, I fled my country.
Okay.
And I arrived to Christmas Island 28 August 2012.
And what's it like there? Is it like a prison?
Christmas Island. Yes. Christmas Island. is big detention center in Christmas and full of iron fencing, 3 layers fencing with power, and has many different section. For example, when you get to detention center, they put you different section, and time by time they change you to another section.
Yes.
Is during this time tour, you pass healthy, you pass security, you have to pass mentally, you have to pass, and they check you who are you, because no idea.
This is the process of assimilating you into Australian society. Yeah. Do they ever let people? Do they let everybody in?
No.
What happens to them?
You want somebody meet you in detention? Somebody meet me in detention?
Yeah.
No, we don't have that. Nobody can visit you. Nobody.
So they're treating you like a criminal just because you wanted to get away.
Look. Serco, the company Serco.
Yes, I've heard of them. Yeah.
They run the
These are private. These are private businesses.
They running the detention center.
Yeah.
But the officers, the people work for Serco, or more majority Australian. They more Australian. Some of them New Zealand, but more Australian people. Yeah. I never say they nice or they bad. They know it's these guys. Some of them are beautiful guys. Some of them are very racist.
Yeah.
I wanted to I'll give you an example. I remember when they sent me to detention in the Curtin Detention Center in Derby, WA, Western Australia.
Yeah, I've been there.
I remember I have a lot of mental problem. It's a problem is mental issues, because a lot of stress, what's going on in my country, and every week I have to see my doctor and my psychologist. And I remember one time I had appointment, and when you have appointment, you go to close to fence. They have a small area, or like reception, like a meeting room, and we give the appointment letters. After that, they check us, and they know which time, what time we have to go to see the doctor or so. Is the tension like that example? All office working for healthy, mentally, Medicare, everything out of the detention, and we have to through fence like tunnel. We have to full of fence, full of power around us. Maybe somebody scared, and one of the guard come with us, and they pass to another person. They send us to another person. Is it like a system like that? Until we go to the room, the doctor or the psychologist or some officer, they talk with us.
They've created jobs for a lot of people. It was like a factory for processing.
They give them good money.
I'm sure.
Good money. There are, I think, it's a monthly. I asked one of them, between 10 to 12,000. I don't know. I asked one of them. They say they give them good money, good salary.
Did they tell you that I believe that they did some nuclear detonations close to there back in the 1950s? I think at Christmas Island. Or in that vicinity. Did they tell you about that?
No idea about that.
Okay.
But I want to tell you about what's happened last Tuesday. I remember I'm not okay. And the officer said, "Is my name?" Because in detention we don't have name.
Really? Just a number.
Number.
Wow.
Do
you remember your number?
Yes, I tell you, we have. They try to get the all ideas.
Did they say like,
Yeah.
look, now
Yes.
we want the secret information now.
Exactly. Yes,
We want the
but
formal